Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm trying out a different camera. Thank you to my dad for letting me borrow his camera and see what we can do with the filming and the lighting and everything like that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I actually have a viewfinder. I can see myself. This is great. Everything is awesome. So anyway, that is not the point of this video. The point of this video is to do a makeup tutorial for you guys using the ColourPop It's All Good palette. I did a review on this palette probably like a week ago, I think, at this point. And I'm super excited about using this palette. I'm gonna be real with you guys. The only reason I'm doing a palette tutorial with this palette is because I spun my wheel spinner, which you guys have now heard about by this point. And this is the palette it told me to use today. So if you don't remember what it looks like, this is what the palette looks like. Super pretty. I'm totally not in focus, and that is okay. This is what it looks like. And I'm super excited to use this palette today. So if you are just as excited as I am, go ahead and leave a like in the description bar and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do beauty videos. My name is Kelsey Pinzo, if I didn't say that already. And let's just jump into the tutorial. So as usual, I'm going to open up my makeup bag. I'm going to start out by priming my eyes, and then I'm going to zoom you guys in, which I can actually do now. This is so exciting. So I'm going to start out by using the NARS eyeshadow primer like normal. I'm only going to use a little bit of it. It's also been really annoying because I have this weird dry patch on my left eyelid, like right up here in this little corner. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it's a good time. I'm just going to blend this in with my finger. And then I'm going to zoom you guys in on my eye, and we will just go ahead and get started with the tutorial. Okay, so as you guys can see, I am now quite zoomed in. You can't even see the bottom of my face anymore, which is totally fine. And we are going to focus on this eye, well, both eyes really. And yeah, we're just going to jump right into it now. So I think I'm going to start out with the color Good Vibes, which looks like this. I hope it's not focusing. Struggle and a half. It's this color right here. Sorry guys, I'm still working out the kinks with this camera. And I'm just going to take a super fluffy brush, looks like this. I'm just going to start blending that all over my eyelid and into my crease like a transition shade. And this is what I've been doing every time I use this palette right now. I just love this color as a transition shade. I think it's so pretty. It's got a little bit of like a coral tone to it. Super nice. Let's do the same thing on the other eye. And I'm just using circular motions to buff this color into where I want it. So now to deepen that up a little bit, I'm going to go in with the color right here, called Concierge. It's this matte, like medium toned purple. I'm just going to do the same thing right on top of what I just put down. I am going to do this with a fluffy brush, but then I'm going to go back and kind of wing it out a little more precisely with a flatter, less fluffy brush. So I'll make sure you guys can still see it. I know I'm kind of tilting downwards. So now, in order to get that slightly precise wing on the outer edge here, I'm going to go in with the Moda shade brush right here. I'm going to take that same color and just focus it really right here on this inner corner and connect it to my lash line. I don't want it to go out necessarily. I just want it to have a little bit of a wing shape. The same thing on the other eye. So now I think what I'm going to do, and I'm totally just like playing this as I go, like I have no idea what I'm doing over here. I think I'm going to go in with this color Best Life. down here, which is that matte with some pressed shimmer in it. And I think I'm going to take that same brush and kind of concentrate that on the outer corner and outer half of my crease. Again, I'm trying to keep myself in frame here. And this is just going to add a little bit more depth to the eye. I am going back with like windshield wiper jiggly motions to really focus that. There we go. I think that has the shape that I want it to. Pretty nice, right? Kind of really see it right there. Yes, yes. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Get my big nose in frame. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye right here. I'm taking it very, very gently. I'm holding pretty much the back of the brush. Sorry, I'm kind of looking away from the camera. I'm looking at the viewfinder. I'm just trying to make sure that everything looks good. This is my first time using this camera to film, obviously, so I think the lighting's a lot better. What do you guys think? So again, just kind of connecting that on the outer corner and running that through the outer half of my crease and just making sure that that wing looks okay. Okay, and so I think for the last little touch in the crease, at least on the outer crease, I'm going to go in with this color here called Rock Sugar, which is a deep brown. And I'm just going to take that very gently with that same brush, just right on the outer half of my crease. Wiggle it around a little bit so it blends, but not too much. I don't want to add too much more, just a little bit. If you can hear my cat in the background, I'm really sorry. I don't know how much you guys can hear her. I'm trying to go in pretty light-handed with this. This is just trying to add a little bit of depth. So now I'm going to take a little bit more of a denser blending brush. I'm going to use this one from Luxie. This is the large eye blender brush. Looks like that. You can kind of see it again. It's out of frame now. There you go. And I'm just going to blend everything together really gently and softly and kind of round everything out just a little bit. I'm going to blend the wing so it's a little more rounded as opposed to wing shape. Just make sure everything's sitting super nicely together. I think so. I think we're rocking and rolling. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit more of a dense but flat brush, like this one from Satina. This is their eyeshadow brush, and yes, I know my brushes are really dirty, I'm sorry. And I'm going to go in with the yellow in the palette called Sunbelt. It's right here. I'm going to put that on my inner crease. We're going to go a little bit of a sunset eye today. I did something very similar last night, and I think I posted it on my Instagram story. It's not quite the same, and I'm not using the same technique as I did, but so you can see that it just adds a beautiful pop of yellow into the crease. Very pretty. We're just going to kind of build that up slowly and blend it into that brownish pink crease that we created. And you can build this up as much or as little as you want to, just depending on how bold of an eye look you want. I'm kind of going for medium boldness today because I am still going to work, so, you know, work life never stops. And again, taking that fluffy blending brush and blending everything together. And to help that blend, I'm going to take a little bit more of a concentrated brush. I'm going to use this one here from Moda. This is their detail brush. Looks like that, kind of like a little pencil brush. And I'm going to take the color You Got It, which is like, it's right here. It is a burnt terracotta. I'm going to put that right where the yellow and the pink meet, kind of like right in the center of the eye. So go on for a little bit of a three-toned crease. And then if there's not enough pink in your crease, you can definitely go back and add more. I think I'm going to add a little bit more because I think the brown overtook it a little bit. So I'm going to go back in with a little bit of Concierge again, and this color here, which was Best Life. Sorry, I haven't memorized the names in this palette yet. I'm going to take a combo of those and just kind of go back in to the outer crease and just make sure there is a decent amount of pinkish purple there. There we go. Alright, and I will say one thing that I didn't mention, at least I don't think I mentioned it in my review of this palette, is that there is quite a bit of kickback. These are pretty dry shadows. They build and they blend super easily, but just know that if you don't like kickback in your eyeshadow palettes, this does, at least the matte shades, have quite a bit of kickback to them. So just something to note. So now on the outer corner, I'm going to go with a combination of 10 out of 10, which is right here. It's like this corally peachy orange. And then Cheers to You, which is a little bit of a darker medium toned orange. And I'm going to take that on my finger like I normally do. And the combo of those two is going to go on the outer corner. Look at that. Yes. I'm going to pat that in and then gently start to drag. Hoping I'm still semi-decently in focus. So it does look a little more yellow, which means I'm going to have to put a little bit more of 10 out of 10 in there, which has a little bit of that orange. There we go. And I'm just going to go in with a really fluffy brush with a little bit of Concierge again. And just kind of make sure that's blended really nicely with the colors that I have in the crease. And this is the Moto crease brush, I believe, the BMX 430. Okay, so off camera super quickly, I just went back and I built up the yellow a little bit in that inner corner crease area because it was looking a little orange. Wasn't overly happy with it. So now for the inner corner, I'm going to go in with this pressed Super Shock shadow right here, which is the Good as Gold color. Sorry, I know that lighting's a little red. So that is a Super Shock shadow. I figured that out. I'm just going to take a little bit of this on my finger. Looks like that. You can kind of see it, more or less. And I'm just going to gently start to tap that on the inner corner. Just tap and drag, tap and drag. And this does have a little bit of fallout, so you may need to clean up under your eyes a bit. I know that I'm going to do that. And I am going to blend it into the other color that we put on the lid. There you go, you can see that. Now we have some shimmer in the eye. It looks super pretty. And I'm going to just go ahead and go back in with the same colors that I used on the outer corner and just blend them very gently into the glitter. Just make sure everything is nice and blended. You don't want an unblended eye, that's just not cute. Also, I realized that the crease looks a little more brown on camera than it does purple, but I promise, like, in person it does look a little bit more purple, I swear. Like purpley pink. I think that's just the red lighting in this room again. So, what are you gonna do, I guess. We're still working out the kinks, I'm sorry. Now just to add just a baby little bit more pink into this look on the outer corner, I'm going to go in with the color Margarita, which is a matte with pressed, God, my brush is all up in the way, a matte with pressed shimmer. It's right here. It's a very, very, very pigmented color, I promise. And we're going to put that right on the outer corner. Just like that. You can do this especially if your look is not looking pink enough for you. You can kind of see it there, right on the outer edge. And then I'm also going to take this same brush and I'm going to put that on the lower lash line. Oh, I got lost, sorry y'all. And I'm going to connect it to my little wing, not wing, up here. And I'm going to put it on the outer half only. I don't know how people do this all the time. This is a lot of work. I'm totally kidding, guys. I'm totally kidding. I love doing this. Sorry, I have to turn my camera a little bit. My head. Make sure everything was as blended the way I wanted it to be. And then on the inner corner of the lower lash line, I'm going to take a much more precise brush. This is an angled motive brush. I think I'm going to go in with the color Heart to Heart. I'm trying to use as many colors from this palette as I can in this tutorial, if you guys can't tell. Which is this kind of like goldy shade right here, golden yellow. And I think that'll go really well with the pressed Super Shock shadow that we put on the inner corner. Again, trying to do this in frame for you. And just blending it into the pink. And now I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and blend out the bottom lash line. Okie dokie, so super quickly I'm going to go ahead and take a makeup wipe and just kind of clean everything up, any fallout that I have, and also sharpen the outer corner just a little bit. So I'm just using these makeup wipes from Makeover Essentials. These are just what I keep in my room for times like this. Alright, so now I'm going to zoom you guys out and we're going to finish the rest of the eye look. Okay, I only zoomed you guys out a little bit, so it's definitely a lot closer than it was when I first started the video. But I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner really quickly. And I'm not going to film that for you guys because that's just going to take forever, but I will have an updated, I'm going to have a video all about eyeliner coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so as you guys can probably tell, I actually added some false lashes to this look. I know, very un-Kelsey-like. So I put on my winged liner and mascara and I added some false lashes as well. These ones are from Baddington. These are the Monroe 3D Silk Lashes. So I got these in a FabFitFun, and Kelsey has finally figured out how to apply false lashes. Yay me. So super quickly, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palette, and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone and inner corner because I just don't think a look is complete without that. So I'm using this color right here called Treasure. I'm going to go into that inner corner. And the brow bone. And then because this is an eye tutorial, I'm just going to go ahead and finish the face. Alright everybody, so this is the finished look, super dramatic, kind of rainbowy sunset eye using the ColourPop It's All Good palette right here. This again was their last launch of 2019. They launched it December 26th, I think, 2019. And I got it pretty much, I think I got it the day before New Year's. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Again, sorry for kind of being really sporadic and just I'm trying to figure out this camera. I'm trying to figure out what works best for how to do these tutorials, and I'm kind of playing around, I'm messing around with how I'm doing things, and I'm really sorry if that's kind of confusing and frustrating, and I'm trying to get better, basically, is how this is going. But I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments or message me on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everybody.